You're watching Tech Turtles. My name is Bazzi, and this is your tech news for the week ending in October 17th. Let's get right into it. The biggest news this week is probably Apple's tech conference that they had, their keynote. It happened last week, and they announced a bunch of new hardware products. So let's go ahead and get into that. First, we can start with the HomePod Mini. It comes in both white and black. It's about 4 inches in height, and it's a smaller version of their HomePod that they have now. They announced some cool features, such as Siri recognizing who's actually talking to it and customizing your experience by that, as well as an intercom system, which is actually my favorite feature from the HomePod Mini. They come in, it actually allows you to speak through the microphone by sending messages and stuff like that. And it works with other Apple devices, not just the HomePods. You can use your Apple CarPlay, you can use your phone to send a message to your family while you're outside the house. It's actually pretty cool. Again, it's $9.99 and it should be available on November 13th. Pre-orders go up at November 6th, 5 a.m. PST. Now, before we get into the iPhones that they announced, we have to talk about 5G because 5G is what they're pushing for the iPhones this year. It's super exciting because Apple's actually getting into the 5G game. It's been a thing for years now. 5G, I mean, it is what it is. If you have it, it's nice. You get super fast speeds, bandwidth speeds. Otherwise, I don't have it in my area, so it doesn't really concern me too much. But it's still cool to see. It's cool to see that it's catching on, and hopefully, it will be available more broadly going forward. Interesting enough, they actually partnered with Verizon with this, looks like, and not AT&T, which is actually kind of sad because they had a long partnership with AT&T. So I guess Verizon moving forward with Apple. Now that that's done, let's get into the iPhone 12 and the 12 mini. That's right, you heard me correctly, the 12 mini. The iPhone 12 mini will have a 5.4 inch screen, and the iPhone 12 will have a 6.1 inch screen. They both have the A14 Bionic chip. They're essentially the same phone. One is just smaller and the other one is bigger. There are some minor differences such as pixels per inch. However, essentially you will have the same experience in both phones. They are the same phone, essentially. They come in white, black, green, blue, and red. That is the product red color that they're known for. And they come with this capacity of 64 gigs, 128 gigs, or 256 gigs. The iPhone 12 starts at $799. And the iPhone Mini starts at $699. The iPhone 12 Mini will be available on November 13th, with pre-orders going up on November 6th. And the iPhone 12 is actually available for pre-order today and will come out on October 23rd. So if you're ever looking for those, be ready. Additionally, Apple announced the iPhone 12 Pro and the iPhone 12 Pro Max. These are the more pro elite phones, I guess you could call them elite. They're for pro users. I don't know what a pro user is for a phone, but it is what it is. Essentially, they have better cameras than the iPhone 12 and 12 mini. The iPhone 12 Pro and 12 Pro Max come in with 128 gigs of storage starting and can be upgraded to 256 or 512. The colors for the 12 Pro and the 12 Pro Max are silver, graphite, gold, and Pacific blue, which is actually a pretty interesting color. It's different than the blue on the iPhone 12. It is what it is. I like the blue on the iPhone 12 more, but it's still a cool blue to see on the iPhone. Again, both phones come with the A14 Bionic chip. The iPhone 12 Pro has a 6.1 inch screen, while the iPhone 12 Pro Max has a 6.7 inch Super Retina display. They have a LiDAR scanner built into the camera, and they do get camera bumps. This is a normal refresh that they do for every model. You get a camera bump. The iPhone 12 Pro starts at $999, while the iPhone 12 Pro Max starts at $1099. The iPhone 12 Pro is actually up for pre-order now and should be available on October 23rd. And the iPhone 12 Pro Max is actually going up for pre-order on November 6th at 5 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and will be available on November 13th, 2020. A cool thing to note about the new iPhones, they changed the design. They have a ceramic coating on the front screen, which should make it tougher. Apple's touting it as the toughest screen to date on a phone. We'll see how that stacks up. However, that's what they're saying. It's ceramic coated. It's supposed to be really nice. The back is glass as well. However, the sides now are metal. They're kind of going back to the iPhone 4, iPhone 4S, iPhone 5 look. I like how it looks. The metal kind of matches the color of the phone now. I think it's interesting. I liked how the 4 and 5 looked. I liked how they felt in my hand. So I'm actually not too upset about this. Some people are like, the design's doesn't look too good. I haven't heard too many complaints. I think it looks cool, especially looks cool in that blue color. And other tech news. Since Microsoft purchased ZeniMax, there's been a bunch of speculation that Microsoft will actually hold their IPs that they just recently purchased and not allow them to be on other platforms. Now, I think Microsoft will release them on PC still. However, I don't know if Sony and Nintendo are going to reap the benefits. I think Nintendo might, because Nintendo's actually partnered with Microsoft recently a bunch of times, especially last week we learned about the Minecraft stuff, and I don't know if Sony's going to reap the benefits. However, if it's on paper, Phil Spencer said if it's beneficial to the company and they make profit, they could kind of swing either way. I think they might swing more for the exclusivity. I think they might swing more for the exclusivity because it might make them more money overall. Marvel's Avengers game has delayed their first character DLC, Kate Bishop. It was supposed to come out this month. We didn't really hear anything, and now we know Crystal Dynamics has pushed it back, and we don't actually know when, so that's kind of sad. Hopefully they get their stuff figured out. Avengers has actually fallen off. They don't have as many players as they did. September it sold great, and then it just kind of fell off, and they have 1,000 concurrent players or something like that. The Cold War beta is available now. It's hit or miss. Some people are having fun, some people hate it. It is what it is. Everybody's used to Warzone now and Modern Warfare, so another company came in to develop Cold War, so it's going to be different. It's going to feel different. We're just going to have to wait and see what actually happens in November when it releases, and it's Call of Duty, it will sell, so I'm not really worried about that. As long as they don't touch Warzone, it should be fine. Pokemon Go's Halloween event is here. It's a ghost event, and it includes Mega Gengar. The Halloween event takes place October 25th from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. The usual suspects are here for this event. More Drifloon are going to be available. I'm guessing Drifloon Shiny will show up. And more ghost Pokemon will show up in the wild during this time frame. You'll have special field research and special tasks to complete to get Gengar candy and to help you level up to get a Mega Gengar, as well as additional XP when you catch a Pokemon, more specifically with a nice, great, or excellent throw, as well as a curveball. So if you're into Pokemon Go, be on the lookout for that on October 25th. Lastly, for our other tech news, the Model 3 got a refresh from Tesla. Kinda random, just dropped out of nowhere. We knew the Model 3 was going to get a refresh. A lot of people were speculating that it was going to come sometime next year, but now you can order them on their site. Essentially, there's a bunch of minor tweaks to the car. Most notably, it got a little bit more for the distance that it can travel, like 15 to 18 to 20 miles, depending on the model. And it's actually the biggest thing though about the Model 3 that everybody has been asking for is the chrome delete. Now it comes with blacked out areas on the car that were once chrome, such as the door handles, emblems, stuff like that. And that's been one of the most requested for the Model 3 because the Model Y has it now. So it looks like it's standard on the car. And if you're looking for a Tesla, now's the time to buy a Model 3 before they refresh it in the next couple of years. Now on to pop culture and collectible news. There's not much news in this category, but we're going to go ahead and go through it because some of it is actually kind of big. Dexter is making a comeback. It's being revived by Showtime in 2021. For season 9, it's going to get a 10-part series, a 10-episode series, with each episode being about an hour long. People loved Dexter when it was out. It was a great show. So reviving Dexter kind of is a no-brainer. And the original actor who played Dexter is actually going to come back for the show, so it should be an interesting watch. It comes out in 2021 again. We don't really have a time frame, but next year should be sometime. I'm guessing in the Halloween area or the holiday season. Michael B. Jordan will produce a Static film for DC. If you don't know who Static is, you should really research him because he's an amazing hero. He was an amazing show. Everybody in my generation grew up watching Static on WB, and it was just a great time. So Michael B. Jordan, I'm a huge fan of Michael B. Jordan. I think a lot of people are. And him to produce a Static film just seems like a no-brainer. And hopefully it comes out soon because it sounds like an amazing idea. More Champions Path is releasing on Friday, October 23rd. If you have not actually been able to find any in store, this is your chance. Go there Thursday, go there Friday, see if you can get there in there early, see if you can get some Champions Path if you want some. They're reselling for double the price online. It's kind of sad. I mean, Pokemon's in a state of disarray right now. We don't really know how the market's going to react with all these high celebrities getting in. So go ahead, and if you want to pick up the Elite Trainer box, that actually got restocked as well. For their late October restock, it's happening now. I know my card store got some, and your card store probably has them coming in as well. A lot of people online are posting that they found them, And so if you want one of those, go try to grab them now before you have to end up paying double for that online as well. Again, Friday, October 23rd, more Champions Path, so be on the lookout for that. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, where we keep you informed weekly on tech, pop culture, and gaming news. Also check out techturtles.com, leave a like and comment, and check out all of our social media because we're really active on there and we like to hear from you guys. See you guys next week.